Hey guys, my name is Em and welcome back to the start of a brand new reading vlog. Today is Friday the 7th of January. This is going to be a kind of weekend reading vlog. I did a lot of these at the start of last year because I did a lot of weekend readathons because we were in lockdown. We needed something to kind of like motivate ourselves, and I definitely feel like I kind of want these to make a comeback. I'm not officially doing a weekend readathon this week, but if you're seeing this and you would like me to bring back weekend readathons, let me know down in the comments because it is something that I'm definitely very open to because I don't really have much going on at the weekends. There's not a lot of things we can do, so it might be fun to do some readathons. So yeah, this is going to be just like a fun weekend reading vlog. I'm really hoping to read a lot this weekend. I have so far read 3 books in 2022, which is an amazing achievement, but I would love to read a little bit more. So I don't have like a huge TBR for this vlog because I don't really know what I want to read after my current read, and the book that I'm going to be starting tonight is Olympus. I cannot wait to read it. This is a Hades and Persephone kind of like retelling in the graphic format. I'm gonna start this book tonight. Hopefully I can finish it tonight as well, but if I can't, because I do have a lot to do, I will finish this tomorrow, which I'm so excited about. But yeah, I'm really excited to read this book, to see what the hype is about. I am sure that I will be able to finish that book either tonight or tomorrow, so I will be picking up another book, but I'm not really sure what that is yet, so I'm not going to tell you right now, but I really don't know what I'm going to be in the mood for. So I actually want to show you a book that I finished last night because I need to talk about it somewhere and I wasn't vlogging while I was reading it. But the book that I finished was Ricochet by Krista and Becca Ritchie. This is the second book in the Addicted to You series, which I read the first one back in August, and I really did not like the first book. I want to preface that I really didn't like the first book. I thought it was just like 2 people being very self-destructive. There was no plot, there was no intrigue, but I read this book and I love it so much. Like, I literally am obsessed with this book, with this series, with everything, and it's so funny to me to like see how quickly I changed my mind about this series. So this is the second book and it is only 250 pages, and if I haven't said before, Addicted to You follows 2 people called Lily and Lauren who are fake dating for years. They both come from very rich and kind of famous families, which I actually really enjoy reading about because it's definitely not something that you read about all the time. And they're both fake dating because they both have addictions. Lauren is addicted to alcohol and Lily is addicted to sex, so they kind of like live together. They pretend to be together so that their families don't question their addictions. They kind of enable each other basically because, you know, they're hiding each other's addiction by being a couple. The first book is very self-destructive. It is basically just them enabling each other all the time, and it is quite hard to read at times. This book is slightly more hopeful because Lily and Lauren are in 2 different locations in this book, so we get to see a lot about Lily as like an individual person and like how she's working on her addiction and how Lauren is working on his addiction. And also what I loved about this book is that we get to see snippets of their sisters. I know that later on in this series we have books with Rose and Daisy Calloway, which I am so excited about because I'm honestly a little bit more invested in the sisters already. I have ordered the 3rd book, which I am so excited to read. So I gave this one a 4-star. I didn't feel like it was a complete 5-star because I have a feeling that there are going to be a lot of books in this series that I will want to give 5 stars, and I don't think that this was one of them. So right now I'm going to stop talking. I have to go edit a bullet journal video that I want to have up for tomorrow, and then I'm going to start Olympus. I'm so excited and I will get back to you very soon. Hello guys. Okay, it is now 10:17 in the evening and I'm currently editing a bullet journal video, and I'm literally under so much pressure because I had like nearly an hour of footage and I have to have this up tomorrow, so I really do need to edit it tonight. But I wanted to give you a reading update because I have finished a book and I want to talk about it. So I was actually on sprints with Soph for most of the evening, which is always so nice because we have like the perfect mix of productivity and like chat and just like silent company. It's honestly the best thing in the world. I was reading, I was editing, I was doing a couple of things, and we actually discovered the original, like, I don't know what you call it, the original Throne of Glass. It's called Queen of Glass, and it was published on like fan fiction before Throne of Glass was a thing, and it's like 825 pages, and that's like just the first one, I think. So I have downloaded it to my iPad. I might read it because there's so many differences, and like everyone was saying like it's so different to Throne of Glass. I'm not expecting it to be good, obviously it's going to be like a first draft, but considering that like I know Throne of Glass, I love Throne of Glass, I think it might be fun to kind of like see the original like manuscript and see how like things have changed, because like the names and stuff have changed and the plot has changed and like the love interests have changed, which I find so interesting. So if I can manage to get through like 800 and something pages of it, I will. But I have finished a book and I wanted to talk to you about it. So I have finished Lore Olympus. I did quite like this book actually. It was very interesting. I wouldn't say that I adored it. Like the art style was cute. The story was slightly lackluster, I have to say. And I was speaking to Soph about it because, as I said, like she has followed the webtoon for years, and she says that like this is only the first 25 chapters of the webtoon, and the webtoon is like currently like 200 chapters long. So really there wasn't necessarily a plot to this. There was just like a lot of characters and they were all like Greek gods and goddesses, and because I have kind of no knowledge of Greek mythology, I didn't even know like the significance of certain people or like where certain people were supposed to be, if that makes sense, or like who they were supposed to be. I don't know if that makes sense, but it makes sense to me. So I don't think I got the full kind of like appreciation for it because I haven't read the webtoon, and this is, as I said, the first like 25 chapters, which in comparison to like the whole length of the story is kind of just the introduction. But I gave it 4 stars and I did really like it, and I think that Apollo needs to go choke. He can just drop off the face of the earth and die. I don't like him. Then Hades is like a little sunshine, and it's so cute because he's literally like the king of the underworld, but he's such a softie, and I'm like, I love you already. And yeah, Persephone, icon, beautiful. That is my opinion. That is what I have read, but I kind of don't know what I want to pick up next because I'm in very much so a reading mood and I don't know what I want to pick up next. I'm thinking of rereading ACOTAR, and I know that's not a good idea because like I've read this series before, but I kind of want to reread ACOTAR. Also, I have a kind of like huge book haul to show you. I don't think I'm going to show you right now, but I got some books for my birthday, which was last Tuesday, and I want to show you those. So I will show you those very soon. I'm just like in very much so a reading mood and I don't really know what I want to read. Let me check my bullet journal because I made a TBR for January, which I actually have been sticking to, surprisingly, which I'm like shocked about because I never ever stick to TBRs. I had this TBR for January. Lore Olympus is there, which I obviously have finished now, so I need to take that off. But then I have like 3 or 4 other books on the TBR. So the books that I have left on my January TBR are From Lukov with Love, From Blood and Ash, Reminders of Him, and The Poppy War. Reminders of Him obviously hasn't been released yet. It's being released on the 18th and I'm going to be reading it as soon as I possibly can. From Lukov with Love I could read. I was reading that before Christmas with Steph, and I do want to read it because I do think that like I want to have it finished. But when I was reading it, I was going through like a really anxious time, and I feel like by picking it back up will like put me back in that mindset. It does not make sense, but also I kind of want to finish it. Then From Blood and Ash, I think me and Soph are gonna do like a read along of that whole trilogy in like at the end of January, start of February, to prepare for the 4th book. And then The Poppy War is a possibility. I kind of want to read that one because I saw it on Sarah's favorite books of the year. It's so intimidating and I know that it's gonna be like quite dense and like history heavy. I don't know, but I love history, so I might read that one. But then I might reread ACOTAR. This is such a difficult decision. But yeah, I'm gonna stop talking. If I decide on a book, I will let you know, but right now I have to edit because I'm procrastinating by talking to you and by picking new books because I really need to edit this freaking hour-long video for tomorrow. Okay guys, it is literally after 2 AM and I just finished editing the bullet journal video. Anyways, I'm gonna try to go to bed, even though I literally don't even think I can sleep. But Missy is here. Did I show you my new bed sheets? I don't think I did, but I got new sage green bed sheets. Hi Hi besties, it is now Saturday afternoon. It is about 1:30 and I wanted to come on because I have a reading update for you, and I also want to do a kind of birthday haul slash like birthday book haul because I got some amazing books and I really want to show you. So that is what I'm going to do, but first I want to tell you about the book that I started last night. So it got to 2:30 in the morning and I was like, you know what I want to do? I want to start another book because I couldn't sleep and I was like wide awake, and I thought that like going on TikTok is only going to keep me awake. So I thought, why not start a book? And I did. And you would think, Emma, at 2:30 in the morning you would start like a really easy to read simple book. I didn't do that. I decided to start The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang. I am so excited that I decided to start this book. This is a book that I wanted to read for literal years, but I was always really intimidated by it because of its size, because of its content, and like a lot of people say it's a bit like dense and stuff. But I feel ready to read this right now. I'm so excited. I really didn't read a lot last night. I got to page 22, but it does take like that little bit longer to read because there's a lot of information in here. There's a lot of like historical kind of information in here, and I love history, so I kind of want to like read through all of the historical things. Obviously I know that this is a fantasy book, but it is based on like Chinese history as far as I know anyways, so I'm very excited to read this. And this is about our main character Rin, who is like a peasant. She's an orphan and she's living with this like cruel family, and they're trying to marry her off, and she does not want to be married off at all because she's like 14, and she decides to study really hard for the next 2 years to take this like huge exam to get into like one of the biggest like academies. Honestly, I don't really know what the academy does. Like, I think it's more like a war academy. I don't think it's just like a school, but honestly I don't know if she knows that yet. It's very intriguing and I can't wait to get into it. I know that this series is going to be really brutal, so yeah, I'm very excited to see where this goes. But yeah, so my plan is to continue reading that as much as I can today. It is the 8th of December. No, it's not. It's the 8th of January, by the way, and we are going to take down our Christmas decorations today. When I'm done with that, I'm hopefully going to be continuing with Poppy War a lot today. But right now, let's get into my book haul because I'm so excited. I was gonna do a dedicated video to it like I did for Christmas, but honestly I don't really think that there's any need, and I'm just gonna show you in this vlog anyways, so let's get to it. Let me start with the books that I got from my mom. Thank you, mommy, if you're watching this. She is a queen, she's an icon, she's a legend. So she got me the entire Off Campus series. I'm just so excited to read these. Like, obviously I have read them apart from like the last few Briar U books, but I'm so excited to like read them and annotate them, and they're just so pretty. And like, this is my favorite romance series. It is the first romance series that I read. Also, the deal is missing because she got me the deal for Christmas and these hadn't arrived yet. I now finally have the completed series and I'm definitely gonna have to like reread them because I read them for the first time last like April, I think. Misty just jumped up behind the camera and stole my sunlight. So yeah, I'm really excited to reread them. I'm so excited and grateful. Then my mom also got me 2 more books. She got me Escaping from Houdini by Kerry Maniscalco. This is the 3rd book in the Stalking Jack the Ripper series. I read the first one back in February last year, but I kind of didn't want to read the second one until I had the 3rd one. It's messed up logic, but like I didn't want to not have a book available. But I'm so excited to continue with this series. I'm really excited to see where it goes. The first one takes place in the Victorian era, following our main character Audrey Rose, and she is like an apprentice to her uncle, and he what's that word called? I always forget this word, but he like dissects dead bodies. I know there's a word for it, but I cannot think of what it is right now. There's the Jack the Ripper killings going on and they're like investigating that. And then we have my baby Thomas Cresswell. He is literally an icon of his time. I have kind of like my suspicions that the other 3 books in the series are kind of gonna have like the same elements to it and like the same like plot twists and stuff, but like I don't really mind because I really loved it. And sometimes you're not looking for like the most amazing mind-blowing series, you're just looking for like some comfort and like a fun series, and I definitely think that that's what this is going to be. And then finally my mom got me the book of one of my favorite movies that I recently only discovered was a book, and she got it for me for my birthday, and it is The Princess Bride. I am so excited. If you know me, you know The Princess Bride, the movie, is my absolute all-time favorite thing. She actually also got me the DVD of it, which is over there in a bag, but she did also get me the DVD, and this just looks so amazing. I'm definitely going to read it at some stage because I feel like it's just going to be so much like nostalgia. I don't know if this is like a book based on a movie or if the movie was based on the book. I do have to find that out, but just like the cover looks so kind of like old-fashioned. I can't recommend the book yet because I haven't read it, but if you haven't watched The Princess Bride, get on that. It is the best movie ever. It's literally Christmas to me. And then we are on to a book that I got from my sister, and this is just the cutest thing in the whole wide world. And she wrote me this really special card as well, and I honestly like teared up because she was so excited to give it to me. She's 7, by the way, and she is just the sweetest person in the whole wide world, and she knows that my favorite animal is a cat, so she got me The Homeless Kitten by Holly Webb. I literally love her so much. Like, it was so cute and she was so proud of herself. And no, you're not ready, because she wrote on the inside cover, it just like has like these hearts and kisses, and it says I love you at the bottom. She literally has the biggest heart of anybody that I know, and it's just so cute. And she like drew me some pictures, and she wrote me a card, and she bought the card herself. And that is it for the books that my family got me. But now let's get into the books that my friends got me, because I have amazing friends, and Misty is looking at me and she's like blinking at me. Does that mean something in cat language? So the first book that I got was King of Battle and Blood by Scarlett Sinclair. I am so excited to read this book. Like, I've literally wanted it forever. The cover is ridiculously similar to From Blood and Ash, and I'm okay with that, because honestly, like, I need more From Blood and Ash in my life. I need to like read something that reminds me of From Blood and Ash, but like for the first time. I know they're probably very different, but honestly, like, it's about this woman who doesn't want to get married, thinks she's getting married to a vampire king, which honestly sounds a lot like From Blood and Ash. Scarlett, you've probably ripped off JLA, but like, it doesn't really matter. I support women's rights, but more importantly, I support women's wrongs. That is all I have to say. Lauren got me this, my absolute amazing bestie from Lauren Kiss Reads, and thank you so much, bestie. I literally love you so much, and this is definitely top of my TBR. Then from Charlotte over on Bookstagram, she got me Guild by Raven Kennedy, which I am so excited for. Like, I cannot believe that somebody got me this book. But this one kind of reminds me a bit of ACOTAR, a bit of From Blood and Ash. It just has like that fantasy romance vibe, and I'm so here for it, and I'm so excited. Charlotte's username is A Missing Chapter if you want to look her up on Instagram, but I'm so excited to read this book. Thank you so much, Charlie. So this book arrived I think yesterday, and there was no note with it, so I didn't know who had gotten it for me. But then my friend Marit texted me, and it was from her, and I'm so excited to read it as well. It is Blackout. I think these are like short stories written by each of these authors. So we have Danielle Clayton, Tiffany D. Jackson, Nick Stone, Ashley Woodfolk, Angie Thomas, and Nicola Yoon, and they're all people of color. I think this takes place in like New York City. There's like a big blackout all over the city, like all the electricity shuts off, and then I think it's like these individual people's like stories about what they do. And honestly, I don't really know if I'm describing that right at all, but it looks really good. It is quite short, and it has these black sprayed edges as well, so thank you so much, Marit, for getting this for me. And then this morning I got a big surprise, because I wasn't expecting any post today. I don't know if this is just Ireland, but there's no post at the weekends like at all, so I definitely was not expecting anything today. But there was something dropped in my letterbox this morning at like 9 AM, and it was from my amazing bestie Sarah from Saz Books. I literally screamed because I'm so excited for this book, and it is Exodus by Kate Stewart. This is the second book in the Ravenhood series. Do I know what the series is about? Absolutely not. Everybody says that you're not supposed to know what it's about when you go into it. All I know is that it's a romance. It's possibly like a mafia romance. It's possibly like a really sad romance. All I know is that everybody who has read this book absolutely sobs at this book, and I'm so excited to read it. But yeah, Sarah wrote on the note, "Happy birthday. I hope you cry a lot from this book. I hope Misty is keeping well, and I hope you eat lots of cake. Have the best day. Lots of love from Sarah." Thank you, Sarah. I also hope I cry a lot at this book. Misty is here chilling, being her amazing self. Thank you so much. So they are all the books that I received for my birthday, which is a literal incredible amount of books. But I also got 2 gifts from my bestie Bisma, and she decided to get them from Etsy, which I think is amazing, and they're actually both Irish brands. So she got me like this New York City card, and it's a pop-up card, and it's of New York City. And I think that this is just so special, because like every time I see this, I'm gonna think of her, and I can't wait until I'm able to like visit New York and like see her in person. And then she also sent me this pack of 50 journaling stickers. I'm not gonna like open them up because I honestly almost spilled them everywhere, but they're just like these really cute like rectangle stickers for my journal, and I'm definitely gonna be using them all the time. And she also said that there's something else on the way, which is a little bit crazy to me. Thank you so much, Bisma. I'm so grateful for everybody that sent me something. I honestly was overjoyed. So right now I think I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna make some lunch, and I'm going to probably continue reading The Poppy War. I am in desperate need for like a new show to watch. I love watching like sitcoms, and I need a new one to watch because I finished Modern Family. I need like 20-minute episode shows that I can like watch while I'm cooking, or watch while I'm eating my lunch, or just like really quick and easy episodes. and I was gonna start New Girl and then they took it off Netflix. That seems unfair. I did start How I Met Your Mother. I think I started that this time last year when we were doing online school, and I didn't love it, but like I loved the fact that it was kind of like Friends and stuff. And then I also started Superstores, which I got like 3 seasons into, so I might actually finish that. But I don't know. If you have any recommendations, let me know down in the comments. I've been talking for way too long, but happy Saturday. I hope you're having a great day. Okay, so it is Saturday night and it is 9 p.m. I'm on Sprints with Lucy and Soph and I'm reading The Poppy War. I just reached page 50. This book is an extremely slow read, I will say that. Right now I do have the concentration levels and the patience to read it very slowly and to annotate things, but I'm gonna see how long that keeps up because I am generally somebody who likes to read books in like 1 or 2 days, but I am really liking it. It's definitely very history heavy, it's definitely very dense, but in a good way. I think it's very different to any other book that I've read, but I just reached page 50 and I am really liking it. I'm annotating this book like crazy. If you want to see like some flip through annotations or something, I might do it when I finish this book or whatever, but I'm really enjoying my reading experience. And right now like I don't really have any other books that I desperately need to read, so I'm okay with reading this. So yeah, I spent the evening kind of like putting our Christmas decorations away with my mum, and we were up in the attic and we were like sorting through kind of like old things, and yeah, it was a fun evening even though I'm really tired. But my plan is to just read for the next couple hours maybe. I am taking a couple breaks in between because this book is quite dense in a good way, but like it is still hard to get through. It's really hard to explain because it's kind of like, I can't believe that I've been reading for so long and I'm only on page 50, and if this was any other book I would be like instant DNF, like what is this? But for some reason this book feels different. Like it feels like it should be taking me this long. I don't even know if that makes sense, but I'm expecting it to take a while to get into and stuff, but I am really intrigued. And this book is brutal. They were just driving in a carriage and they hit this child on the road, and then they like rolled back over the child because they said, well, it's better dead than like hurt because then I have to pay for it. I was just like, okay, like I don't know what you want me to do with this information. Like why did you just trample a child? Like this was very brutal, and like that's only in the first 50 pages and I don't even think that that's half the things that are actually going to happen. Really great book so far. I have yet to see like what I'm really going to think of it. I'm just kind of like really enjoying the lore, like the rich history of it. I will say that I don't like the description of the school. Like it's a great description and everything, but I would literally leave that school so fast. I would never have gone in the first place. The pressure of it, the standards of it, the living conditions, the people, the misogyny, absolutely not. I would not last a day. But yeah, those are my thoughts thus far and I will get back to you later. Missing someone. Okay guys, so it is just almost 11:30 in the evening and I'm just about to go to bed, but I wanted to give you a final reading update for the evening because I did manage to read another little bit. I've now reached chapter 5, which is page 85 of The Poppy War, and I have a lot of thoughts. So first of all, I feel like I'm reading this and like I can see what's going on, I can see what's happening, I know where they are, I know what's happening, but I feel like I'm not comprehending any of the words. Like I don't know what it is. It is the weirdest feeling, but I feel like if I went back and like reread a sentence, I wouldn't remember reading that sentence, but yet I kind of know what's happened up to this point. I don't know how it's working. It's like my brain is on autopilot or something and it's just like comprehending what it needs to comprehend and forgetting about the rest, which is probably not the best way to read this book, but it's the way that I'm reading this book and I'm okay with that for now. Secondly, I just know for a fact that I would not last a single day in this school and it's stressing me out even imagining myself in this situation. She just got publicly humiliated in front of the whole class by like a teacher, or it's not like a teacher, but you know what I mean. And I'm just imagining even being told some nice criticism by a teacher. I could not deal with that. And it's making me so sad for Rin and like feel her pain and everything like that. I have annotated so much already. and had so many emotions and so many moments where I was like, what the fuck? And then I was talking to Soph and she was like, bitch, like that's nothing. So what's gonna happen? Like, what is going to happen in this book that is going to absolutely destroy me, and like that's going to be way worse than what I just read? Because she's not having a great time right now, and it's going to get worse, and there's 3 books and it's going to get progressively worse for her over the 3 books, and I just don't see how that's possible right now. Those are my thoughts on The Poppy War. It's definitely not really the type of book that you can like read in one sitting, but also kind of is if you're reading it like I'm reading it, and kind of like your brain is like auto filtering what you need to understand to read the book. But I'm really enjoying this. I'm glad that I decided to pick it up. It's a book that has been on my TBR for years, and yeah, I'm just really excited. So I am gonna go to bed right now, and I will kind of continue with this vlog and this book tomorrow. And yeah, good night. I will talk to you later. Hello besties, happy Sunday. I was going to say good morning, but it's technically afternoon now. I'm watching some reading sprints on YouTube and I'm reading The Poppy War. I am absolutely loving this book and I'm kind of flying through it now, honestly, and I've actually made some decent progress this morning already. I'm on page 124 and I'm loving it. I'm just really intrigued by this book. It's unlike any other book that I've ever read, but it's also just so like captivating and I just can't put it down. And even though I am reading it a lot slower than I would read any other book, I am really enjoying it. I am annotating this book as well. I am just going to continue reading for as much as I possibly can. I really don't have any plans today. We're making dinner for my grandparents, but that is kind of my only plan of today. And yeah, I'm just gonna have a super cozy chill reading day. Okay, so it is now 2:50 in the afternoon and I just reached page 128 of The Poppy War. I took a break to do some editing, but I have to go right now because my grandparents are coming up for dinner and we're probably gonna play like some quizzes or a board game or something afterwards. So I will get back to you later. Hopefully I will have some more reading updates, but if not I will end the vlog. But I'm just having the best time with this weekend reading vlog, and I definitely think that it is going to be my goal to do like a weekend readathon every week for the next couple of weeks anyways. So let me know if you do want to see that. Hi besties. Okay, so it is now 8 p.m. on Sunday evening and I'm actually going to end the vlog here because I don't really think I'm going to be reading anything else for the rest of the evening and I want to start editing and stuff. So I'm going to end this vlog here. I read 2 books this weekend. I read Ricochet by Krista and Becca Ritchie, which I gave 4 stars, and then I read Olympus, which I also gave 4 stars, and then I read 130 pages into The Poppy War, which I will be continuing with this evening and into next week. I'm really proud of how much I read this weekend. Comment the flower emoji if you watched the end. Thank you so much for watching. Stay amazing, stay kind, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys!